Welcome to the Lucid9 podcast. My name is David Acosta, and I'm the writer and director for Lucid9. With me, I have two very special guests, Michael Potok. Fuck.
That's not Michael Potok, I'm afraid. I am Michael Kovach, thank you very much.
I'm sorry, Michael Kovach, who voices Masato Kurigane, of course.
Masato Kurogane. Oh boy!
Is that how you're pronouncing it in the game? Masato Kurigane?
Yeah, we're doing it in a way where it's like, we pronounce the very first syllable the most, so it's like Masato instead of Masato.
Gotta remember that.
Yeah.
And with me, I also have Nugget Mellon Supreme, who writes Akira's route. Akira Karube.
Hi everyone, I'm Nugget Mellon Supreme, route writer for the Best Girl's Best Girl, also known as Akira. Along with Via Milica and Humming Humbucker, I'm one of the newest additions to the team, a longtime fan of Lucid9, and as anyone who's been on the Discord server in the past 9 months or so can tell you, I'm a little bit special, let's just say that.
Oh, that's fun.
Best girl, quote unquote.
Heck yeah, man.
Our first question is for David, and given the frankly unfortunate nature of my public speaking skills, the duty of asking it falls to me, so here I go. David, you and Milica have already been doing a good job keeping people in the loop with the blog. Oh, by the way, for those of you out there who don't know who Milica is, she's a new technical editor who's recently taken over the blog, writing some pretty insightful and well-thought-out editorials, so if you have some spare time, you should, check it out and stuff. Wait, can we put a link to it in the description?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, cool. Anyway, David, since you know loads more than I do, is there anything else you'd like to say about the progress the dev team's made in the 8 months or so, actually 9 months maybe, 10 months?
A year or so, yeah. We're making decent progress. We're hoping to get the first act finished by April, if everything goes well. We don't have to worry about the backgrounds much anymore, since Eufonie did a good number of them. Elphaze and Dizzy are currently drawing the sprites, and besides that, there is not much to report aside from what I already said in the old blog update. So yeah.
Thanks, David. The next questions I have are for the Lucid9 voice actor we have joining us today in the proverbial studio, Michael Kovach. I got that right?
Yeah, Michael Kovach. Username is Kovach. That's me. Hello.
Just for everyone out there who might not know, Fallen Snow Studios is working with the Yin Yang Voices voice acting group to get, voice acting for Lucid9, if you weren't able to figure that out.
Oh, yes.
Since you remember, when did Yin Yang decide to first start working on Lucid9?
Well, I don't know exactly when we first decided to. I remember it was early 2016. I got the auditions on January 22nd, I believe. January 22nd is when auditions were sent out of 2016. So that's like a whole year ago. I submitted my auditions relatively, I think like 2 days afterwards. And then like a month later, we got cast. I initially auditioned actually for the three main characters, Yama, Yahiko, and Masato. So, I ended up getting Masato, so that's fun. But yeah, it was back early January 2016 that we started, I believe, on casting for Lucid9.
Wow, I thought it was in the middle of last year.
I know, it feels like it wasn't that long ago, but it really was. We haven't even made quite so much progress. It's a long game, so that's fun.
It is pretty long.
You guys are recording for what, day 3?
Yeah, right now we're still working on day 3. Currently, as we're doing this podcast, I recorded for day 3. I don't know how many other people still have to record, but I know there's still a few. So a good portion of the cast has day 3 done, as far as I'm aware, myself included. So as soon as everyone else is finished up, the deadline was about a week ago, but I think it's been extended because a few actors are having scheduling issues.
I imagine that would be tough, because it's a free project and, not a lot of people have time.
Yeah, it's all free. Nobody's making a cent. So we've got a few people that are actual, industry voice actors in here. You did an interview with Caitlin French, I believe she's in it. I know she's done some Sentai work. Having people that usually get paid for work that are doing it for absolutely nothing, we certainly have to be patient with them. I don't know if it's her in particular, but I know there's certain people that don't have quite as much free time as others do. For a lot of projects they do, there's part voice and then full. I know we're going for full voice, so that's gonna be a fun adventure. I know there's some projects that do part voice, like Danganronpa, if you guys are familiar with Danganronpa, or Fire Emblem.
Somewhat, yeah.
Yeah, like where they'll read lines, they'll have like an entire line, and then the voice actor will just say like, huh? I got it. Interesting. Like just one word for the entire line. I kind of understand how projects do that, but going with full voice acting should definitely be interesting.
I think once the VA patch is released, it's gonna be pretty good.
Yeah, I certainly hope so. A lot of us are being live directed, so we're making sure that it absolutely sounds as good as it can.
I think I've only been present for your directing. I haven't heard the others yet.
Oh, yeah. I remember you were in one of my sessions. I have a bad habit where for a lot of people, you know, they do one line read and then they tell you what to fix and then you just do it again. Me, I read a line like 3 to 5 different times before I'm like, is that good? So you have like 3 to 5 different directions I'm going, and then you have to say, I don't know. So that's fun.
3 lines is like the average, isn't it?
3 takes of the same line is pretty much the average. You do 3 takes, at least how I've always done it is like, I will read a line 3 times in 3 similar ways, but like also kind of different inflection-wise, and then I'll see if there's anywhere else they want us to go with that. Some people I know prefer to do just 1 read, and then have you do something different from there, but I don't know. It's just a difference in how people work, I suppose.
So, as Masato's voice actor, what are your thoughts regarding the President of the Honor Society? Wait, I can't do it. Can you do it?
The President of the Honor Society! He's really loud! He's a really energetic character. I think it's really fun. You can't have a game like this, an anime-styled visual novel, without that loud, fun, energetic character, and I think Masato's a great guy for that reason.
You do need the peppy guy.
Oh yeah, you really do. He's just nothing but energy, and he's really fun. Loud characters are some of the most fun to do, honestly. They're just entertaining as heck.
You know, little fun fact about Masato, but when we were writing him, originally he was supposed to be like one of those smart, snobby characters. He wasn't like how he was right now.
Oh, yeah, like from the original sprite, he kind of looked like he meant business. Like, let me see if I can find the sprite even. Like, from your initial trailer or whatever, I remember he looked a lot more serious than he does now.
Wait, so like you're saying that Masato would have like Elizabeth's personality?
Somewhat, it was kind of like that. He didn't have the gusto that he has now.
That certainly would be different.
He looked older, too, from the original art. He looked a little older. That's interesting, though. He would have certainly been a different character. That's fun, though.
So, is there anything you'd personally like to see in the second half of Lucid9?
Let's see. Well, I certainly want to see I want to see what happens next after that freaking ending, obviously. That's everybody's first thing they want to know is like, what the hell? One thing that didn't happen in the first inciting incident that I'm sure you're gonna come around to in the next part. I want to know why it's called Lucid9.
Must not say anything.
No, don't. Keep it a surprise.
Must not say anything.
You must not spoil. Those 2 things, I want to see it get even darker. I want to see it get even more, like, twisted and dark. I really liked how it started off so happy-go-lucky and then just got really dark really quick. I thought that was an interesting take. And then, of course, the last 2 things, I'd love to see Masato! Of course. And if voice acting goes well for Inciting Incident, it'd be cool to keep going. If that happens. So that'd be interesting. Otherwise, I don't really know. That seems like pretty much most of the stuff I'd like to see in the second part.
Something that I find really funny is how 80% of the people who read Inciting Incident despise the ending, but they still enjoyed the story.
Well, the ending, you know, just, you don't expect it. You're like, what the hell?
It reminded me of this other show that I watched. I think you might know which one I'm talking about. How do I say this without spoiling? I don't even know if you've seen it or not.
If you have to type it to me and just keep it on the down low, that's cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Let's see. Let's be non-specific. Yeah, I have seen that show, Anyone listening, that's gonna drive them nuts, because now we're gonna talk about a show and not say the title.
It's secret.
It's secret. You'll get zero information out of me.
But when I saw that show, it kind of reminded me of Lucid9's ending.
Yeah, totally. I get what you mean.
So, Michael Potok, the voice actor for Jiro Ryota, was going to join us today, but we haven't been able to reach him. I'm just going to go to the script, which I haven't really been following up to this point. I've sort of been following it, but not entirely. But anyway, it has some questions for David now. So, David, how long have you been writing?
I started writing when I was 12. I didn't get serious about it until I was in high school, though. And it was also around this time that I got into visual novels and anime. The first one I saw was Angel Beats. And if I hadn't seen that show, which left a big impression on me, by the way, I probably wouldn't even be a part of this team.
You were a young writer, man.
It was on and off. It wasn't consistent, so...
I mean, you become really passionate about things at an early age, so...
Yeah, definitely.
So anyway, David, have you been working on the Lucid9 project since its inception, its birth,
I joined Fallen Snow Studios 1 month after they formed, so technically I'm not one of the original members, but I have been around for a while. And the story went through so many changes during these past few years. I believe 4 major ones. I really can't go into detail because it would take way too long to explain. So, yeah, maybe I'll write a blog about that someday. Hopefully, yeah. The big turning point in FSS history was when Luna Chai joined. She pretty much gave us that motivation that we needed, you know. She's a jack of all trades. She could write, she could art, she could music.
She did the amusement park background, right?
Yeah, the Forest one and District 6. There's probably a couple ones that I'm forgetting though.
And without spoiling anything, is there anything you could tell us about your character route?
I really can't go into specifics, sadly, but I just want to make something that's real, that's honest, that's inspiring. And that's pretty much my goal.
I think that's a good aim, because when people enjoy stories, it's usually they speak to them. There's a level of content on the story that people can just relate to and stuff.
I think one way to accomplish that is to show how much the characters struggle, internally and externally. Like Yama, for example, he went through a whole bunch of shit in his life, you know? And in the beginning, people might not like him because he acts like an asshole sometimes. When you learn about his history, his character, then you kind of feel for him, you know? So the next question. What about you? How long have you been writing?
I think I started writing in about the 6th grade, where there was a descriptive writing unit that everyone had to do. And most of everyone was like, "Oh, I don't like this, it's too long, my fingers hurt, I'm hungry, I'm thirsty," just various complaints. I think I kind of liked it. I had an opportunity to sort of take the images in my head and put them onto paper, and I'm not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but I was able to do that.
So, is that your main passion now, or do you have different hobbies that you want to pursue?
I play a lot of video games, but I still enjoy writing.
What made you want to write in the first place? What inspired you?
Well, I think to start writing for Lucid9 or just in general.
In general, I'd say.
I think what inspired me to start writing in general was just basically how much it wasn't inspiration, it was more of association, because there was a lot of writing assignments in school. There were a lot of them anyway, and I kept having to do them, and I was able to make my skills better, and I thought, hey, why don't I do this outside of school? I kind of like it. It's pretty cool.
What's your ultimate goal in writing?
I don't think I ever thought about that, but I think my general goal in writing is to put things in perspective and help people realize continuity of stuff, and just how the world works on a larger scale, and sort of philosophical concepts that actually have some base in science and stuff. I'm not sure. There's this science fiction story that I'm working on right now that has it's about the universe, and the villain wants to activate something at the center of the universe and destroy it, and a bunch of alien races are teamed up to try to get him to stop doing it, and it sort of addresses the continuity and compares it with the idea of existential nihilism. So I think my general goal of writing is to just make people think, but I got involved with the Lucid9 project not because I wanted to make people think, but because I was really salty about Rui dying.
So much salt.
Oh man, that's a spoiler.
Spoiler.
Oh,
we have to put a spoiler warning in the beginning.
spoiler warning.
Anyway, I was shriveled. I was hurt as a slug who wanders into the ocean.
Disheartened. Destroyed.
I was just like that one gray shriveled slug that's floating, and occasionally the seagulls come and peck me, but usually it's okay. I managed to reinflate myself, write a not terrible fan fiction, and here I am.
Yeah, I read your fanfic and I really liked it. That's one of the reasons why I thought of you when we needed to find a writer for Akira. But going back to the issue about Rui, I was pretty salty about her death too, I'm not gonna lie. I wasn't the one who came up with the original idea, that was Dia's fault, you can blame him. So, I'm totally innocent. I'm just imagining him sitting in his room just thinking, let's make a fake heroine. Let's get everyone pissed off at us.
It worked out. People did that, didn't they?
Yeah, most people don't like us. But they also like us at the same time, so.
Kind of like a love-hate relationship.
Yeah, definitely.
I love you for the story, but I hate you because you killed a character. What the hell? But I love you. But, you know, that character didn't deserve it. Have you come across anybody that said, Rui deserved to die? Have you heard anybody say that?
I think there is one person or two people on the Discord channel that said that.
Rui deserved to die. That's fucked up.
She's out of the way now, and I can go with my waifu.
Right?
Whenever I hear someone say that, it's just I start breathing really heavy, and I start typing on the keyboard, and I start saying, what did you just say about Rui? What did you just say about Rui?
What the fuck did you just fucking say about Rui, you little bitch? I'll have you know. You know, Navy SEALs. That's fun.
Yeah, we even made a poll for that. Like, which character is the best? And Rui, obviously, was pretty much in the start from the beginning.
What the heck? Not Misaki?
She was a third, I think, and then Lizzie was a second. I was kind of surprised with Lizzie, though. Her pompous personality didn't seem very, appealing. You know, but that's probably just me.
I was surprised. Misaki is my best girl, TBH.
Memes.
Right?
I was personally kind of peeved that Elizabeth ranked over Misaki, because at the time she was my best heroine, but I really liked Common Route Misaki, but I think like
But the root Misaki is 100 times better.
Route Misaki is pretty good. I think I prefer Road Akira, though. I should probably back up now before, like...
Okay, so... Oh yeah, okay, so... Is there anything you'd like to say about Akira's route without spoiling anything? And if you do spoil, then you're fired?
Well, now that, like, you added that thing that I'm fired if I spoil anything, I think I should... I should probably think a bit before I say anything. Aside from the fact that Akira's route is gonna center around Akira, I can't say anything else except the fact that, like, you know, she's gonna change as a character, she's gonna interact with Yama, both of them are gonna change as a character. That's gonna happen. I can't say much more, but it's not gonna be terrible, I think.
You think? You better be sure of that, or you're fired.
It's gonna be great. It's gonna be awesome.
I think the romance is gonna be, pretty important, I'd say. A lot of people are really attached to Rui, so they can't really see Yama with anyone else. I don't think they realize how resilient humans are. You know, they shouldn't be that far-fetched, I believe. What are your thoughts on it?
I think so, yeah. In my route, it's sort of like a... Since it's Akira's heroine route, he sort of has to, like, wind up with Akira for it to be like a heroine route. There has to be romance, there has to be intrigue.
There has to be time. Time has to... Romance can't just happen at a snap of your finger. It has to be gradual, you know.
Oh, for sure.
But there's also, like, a proximity association aspect. Like, if one of your top waifus is there, then chances are they're going to become your top waifu.
I mean, you can look at a character in a video game or visual novel or anime or anything, and you'll think, that's my best girl. I mean, sometimes it just sticks with you, whether or not their personality, you know, blends or not. Whether or not you like them. Unless they're, you know, totally not your kind of character as things go on. But, yeah, romance doesn't just happen, I guess. So, you gotta get to know the characters.
What do you dislike about your route, or your character routes?
I think, not that much, but it's pretty long, and I'm not very good at planning, so I think that's the only thing that's challenging me, but I like it a lot. I like how Akira changes during the route, and I'm able to, like, make Akira and Yama change through their interactions with each other, and it's pretty good. I think I'll be able to, like, make some touching emotional moments at the end and stuff, as well as having thrilling action in between.
We gotta have that emotional scene.
But like the good kind of emotional. The kind of emotional where no one dies, because...
Yeah, we gotta have everyone die.
Oh, we do?
No, everyone has to die, right? It's not a good story. Unless...
That's the best way to go.
Everyone has to die? Is that like...
I hope so. Kill everyone, dude. That's what we came for, right? Oh boy, they're gonna take more of our precious friends away. Oh no.
That sort of means you don't have to fire me, because there's no heroine I can write a root for.
Please tell me Masato goes first so he can be with his love.
Oh my god, that's cool. I'm kind of surprised that nobody noticed that Masato had
a crush.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty explicit.
Yeah, I didn't catch it at first either. Like, it took me until what was it? Day 9, day 10 when Masato was like really pissed off at Yama. I can't remember how far into it is, but when Masato's like not happy with Yama at all is when I could tell.
I'm not very perceptive, so honestly, I had to read over Lucid9 Inside Against It 3 times and watch the voice trailer. I don't catch on to things very quickly, so I'm not sure if me being a writer is good or like.
I thought it was pretty explicit, but again, I'm a writer, so.
I mean, when you're the one writing it, you tend to automatically know, and you think it's obvious, but some others might not notice.
That's why beta testers are so important. They see stuff that we might miss.
Wouldn't that be like Milica or Humminghumbucker who does that?
Yeah, they do that too.
It's just because like they're different kind of editors. There's like a technical editor. There's an editor. I'm not really sure what the distinction is, but I know there's 2 kinds of editors.
Yeah, HH is a main editor, and he pretty much checks the plot and stuff. And Milica does the same thing, except that she's more on the technical side, fixing grammar and stuff.
Then it's just wait. Can we talk about like the apartment scene right after like the?
Yeah. Speaking of which, one thing I want to clear up about that: when Natsuki taps her hip, she's not tapping a gun. She's just tapping her hip to turn off the music that she was playing. I don't know why people assume that she had a gun.
Now that would be cool if she had a gun. Like, wouldn't that be an interesting sprite?
It would be badass.
Hell yeah. I want to see the entire cast with guns.
But then she could like shoot Yama, and then we wouldn't have a story after.
No, it'd be over. You could have a new main character. I mean, it's not strange for stories to have a main character and kill them off and then have a new one.
But then it would be just like Yama's dead, and then Rui's dead, or like in the Fruitless Bad
What's
ending.
Next?
Where Rui's dead and then Yama's dead. Just everyone's just.
Oh my god, the Fruitless ending. That shit was so awesome when I was first playing through it. Oh my god.
Did you get that on the second playthrough or your first playthrough?
I think on my first playthrough.
You got it on the first playthrough?
Yeah, I believe so. No, wait. No, it definitely wasn't on my first. Okay. I'm trying to remember. So what I did is I had like 14, 15 different saves. Because, I kept saving in different sections, whatever. So I saved at every possible opportunity I could, and I tried to do like every single different option because when I played it, I was obviously cast as a voice actor, and I knew that I was going to be voicing. So I wanted to know everything I could about the game, and I made sure to save at certain points just so I could always go back to it. And I didn't have any help. I did not have any help with getting through that last route. That was certainly an adventure. But I thought it was really cool how you guys handled it.
Dude, I was a writer and I still couldn't get past that part.
Right? It's crazy.
I even had to ask Luna how to get past it, and she gave me the guide that she made, since she, wrote that part.
Yeah, like I kept trying, and I kept having issues. I had to keep trying different things, and no matter what, I would fail. There was one point. There was one point where I asked John, who is the Yin Yang Voices person. I was like, "What the hell do you do? Can you help me? There are no guides. What do you do?" And I had to get his input. I think he had to ask Luna too, because we just couldn't figure it out.
When you finally realize how to get past it, it seems pretty obvious, after the fact. And And you'd be like, oh, I should have.
Yeah, I should have done that. Like, it becomes obvious, but only after, you know. Like, after you found out, you're like, oh. Just like that one puzzle, what is it, day 3 or day 4? Like how there's that one puzzle like that you have when you're solving Shigure's mystery, I think, or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And there's that one word that you have to input, and like people just can't put it in. They just don't know what it is because it's one specific word.
I didn't know that one either. I was like, is it swap horses?
Yeah, like I was like, is this 1 word, 2 words, what? I couldn't think of it.
I still think that we could have probably put something else for that, since the other questions didn't require you to input anything.
Yeah.
Is there anything else we should talk about, or is that like everything?
We're just kind of just bullshitting right now. We don't have anything else on the question doc, so I don't know. We're just kind of talking about the game now.
So, what's your favorite part then, Kovach?
My favorite part of the game?
Yeah.
My favorite part. I'd be lying if I said I did not love. I can't remember what it's called. The Jay Graves segments. I love Mecker. I love Mecker. I just love Mecker. I know it's not really part of the main story or anything, Mecker, but I mean, it was always the most fun part. Obviously, in my first playthrough, instead of studying, I was like, hell yeah, watch Mecker!
Maybe who would pick studying?
Right?
You gotta watch Mecker.
Right? Exactly, Mecker.
It's like social studies or political satire. Which one are you gonna pick?
Political satire any day, come on.
For the win, man.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, we had a different writer who wrote that. Lunachai pretty much edited the script and, fixed it up. I can't quite remember why we didn't have a finale, though.
Yeah, I was really surprised. I was like, oh, there's only like 3 or 4 of these. What the heck?
We gotta have the finale.
Right?
I'm thinking about, like, adding a Mecker Redux in my route, just like a...
We might be able to do that, probably.
If you can sneak something in, that'd be freaking awesome. Even if it's not like a long thing, if it's like a short little Easter egg or something, that might be cool too.
Yeah, I think it'd be possible.
I was talking on Chatter, and then I said, hey guys, I'm thinking about making a new Mecker route, and I think, like, general consensus is that they want something about a wall, just since, Trump and...
About a wall? Yeah!
They want Jay Graves to be building a wall.
Oh man, he builds the best walls, I guarantee it.
I must deal with their resistance the only way I know how.
Yes. Jay Graves, man.
And that way is to build a wall.
Yes! Oh man, Jay Graves, he's certainly a character.
Considering how everything is today, there's so much material that we could use.
Like, the whole world is so... Okay, we said we were gonna stop politics earlier, but frick, man. There's so much you can do with the current everything going on with frickin' Mecker. There's so much you can make fun of. There's too much. It's all everyone talks about. You can't escape it, no matter what.
There's too much of it. It's like a swirling vortex of it's like a swirling vortex of Trump's hair.
Oh man,
we're witnessing history in the making.
We are making history. It's gonna whether it's good for the good or bad, it's certainly an interesting time to live in. I'll say that. This is gonna sound heartless, but I am one of those people that, like, I just don't give a crap about anything anymore. Like, my life sucks, so I'm just like, hell, whatever. Let the world burn. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, if it's for the better.
I mean, I hope everything turns out okay. I think of things with an open mind. I'm keeping an open mind, but we'll see what happens.
Also, if I get the chance to make a new episode of Mecker in my route, just like it was like part of during a scene where Yama doesn't have anything else to do, where it's just like I'm thinking of adding a Mecker episode with like new characters, make fun of Canada a little, because I don't think Mecker has launched any shots at my home country.
No, I don't think so. I thought it was really funny when you had the I don't remember what you called them, but like. You had some very obvious Hispanic people in one Mecker thing. That was really funny.
Yeah, that was supposed to be a reference to me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Capitan Acosta.
Oh, yeah, Acosta. Hell yeah.
I auditioned for the role and apparently I didn't get it.
What the heck? You didn't?
Yeah, the guy who auditioned for the role, Daniel P. He did a way better job at a Mexican accent than I did.
I think, you know how, like, the Captain Acosta was a nod to you and Diamond France was a nod to Dia?
Uh-huh.
I'm thinking of, like, having a bunch of nods to, like, everyone new who's joined Fallen Snow Studios, just like I'm the god of Gover Mecker now.
We haven't done Australia yet.
Oh.
What the heck are you gonna call Australia, man?
I don't know. I'm not the genius behind the story, so.
Maybe like Australasia or some name like that.
Well, the joy of Akira is it's just America with just some letters rearranged. Who knows? Australia. What can be done with rearranged Australia? Illustria. I don't know. Alistira. I don't know.
I think that's a corporation EVE Online.
Probably. Let's Google it.
Incorporation or what?
Oh, EVE Online. It's like an MMORPG I play. It's set in space and stuff.
Ah.
Unfortunately, I usually play it when I'm supposed to be writing, so...
I know, I see you. I'm gonna have to fire you now.
Oh.
How many times is this, man? How many times have you gotten fired today?
I don't know, you got fired maybe like 5 times already.
I'm thinking it's more like 12. Like
12?
Like this is the this is the Fire Nugget episode of the podcast.
Today's not a good day for you, dude.
It is not. Wait, I feel like we don't have anything more to say about Lucid9 anymore.
Yep. Well, this is the conclusion of Lucid9.
Lucid9 is over. It's ended.
Wait, what?
Not the podcast, just Lucid9. It's over. It's canceled.
Nope, no one's getting the second part now. It's over. It's canceled.
It's canceled. Sorry, guys. Akira's route will be standalone though, so don't worry, Nugget.
Yay! Wait, you guys are just kidding about the other parts, right? Because
No, we're serious.
Oh.
No, we're not joking. We don't joke in here. Nah, we're bullshitting.
Okay.
That's fun.
I knew we were gonna have the route. I was just like, I just decided to play along and stuff.
Of course. Anyway, it's been fun, guys.
Well, anyway, thanks for joining us here.
Yeah, no problem. Anytime. Sucks that Reno couldn't come, but oh well.
Yeah, we gotta do a podcast with him.
He'll be a bundle of joy if he's right in the head when available.
Well, anyway, I think that's everything from the podcast. Yeah, I hope you like Akira's route and stuff, and maybe I'll see you when it comes out. Maybe I'll see you before that. But anyway, I should probably stop talking now. I'm not sure what I'm doing.
Nice. All right, it's been fun, guys. Peace out.
Until next time. Laters.